Jokes on y'all. We own this. Had to. Oh shit. Let me see. Don't mind the hat. I was gonna wear my other beanie, but I decided to wear this. Shout out Puffco. This is not an endorsement. This is not an endorsement. That actually kind of looks very ugly, but we'll work with it. I thought I was gonna gas myself up. We kind of there. We kind of there. Who liked the video already and no one's in here? I don't like the way this looks. Let me see. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, yeah, I told you. I told you. I had to get up too. I was in the bed and I was just like, so you gotta keep your promise. I was like, this time you gotta keep the promise. So we got a whole hour, at least an hour. I want to have at least an hour. I don't know what the hell we're gonna talk about. Well, I do. You know me. I'm such a funny guy. I always find stuff to talk about. But hold on. There's the police. You know, I live in Inglewood, right? And Inglewood used to be the hood. So it's kind of funny that to hear like police going by, I'm like, why do I hear police going by? I used to always hear police going by, but it's just like now it's gentrified. So I'm like, why is there police around? Anyways, welcome to Smitty'Wit Hour. Exactly, exactly. You never know. I might be on here for 2 hours. I might end up being on here for 2 hours. Who knows? Um, Cause I feel I had me some what's it called? I had me damn it, what's that called? I should have brought my water. Oh, I have the water from the last stream sitting right here. I do this, yeah, but whatever, whatever. Okay, so what I want to first talk about is Weenie. She ain't going. I know she ain't coming tonight, but we're gonna talk about what Weenie was talking about last stream because I promised I was gonna talk about that. Before I forget, I'm gonna quickly say this. Weenie said something along the lines of, "You only." They say you meet your soulmate by 21. I do not believe that, but I believe that at the same time. It's weird. I think you. They say I've heard that you run across your potential soulmates 3 times in your life. I think one of them breaks your heart. It was something like that. One of them breaks your heart. One of them you break their heart. Yeah, like you have 3 times. I think I forgot. I should have looked that up before, but I think you have. Well, I don't know. You meet your soulmate by 21. Why 21? We just barely got to drink. Why it got to be 21? That's weird. Anyways, I forgot what I was gonna talk about with that one, but Weenie, I told you I was gonna talk about that. Anyways, let's structure this a little bit. Let's structure this a little bit. I posted a video on Instagram. It was the YouTube audience is actually for the first time ahead of my Instagram. Usually, my Instagram is ahead of my YouTube audience, but it's a little bit reversed because I I feel like YouTube is more the YouTube audience is much more when I go on YouTube myself, it's much more geared towards listening to people. Like you want to listen to people on YouTube. But when you go on apps like Instagram, people don't want to listen. And that's very detrimental in my eyes. It's very detrimental. So I posted finally about how jujitsu doesn't teach. The video was modern jujitsu forgot a self defense skill, which was break falling. And Lord behold, the video is only like 4 or 5 minutes, but for Instagram, that's like egregiously long. Everyone was like, "Oh, jujitsu does teach you how to break fall," and I was like, "No, the fuck it doesn't. You go in there and you flail on the mat for a little bit, but they don't have a whole curriculum about falling. Like today, we're gonna work on the technique of falling. Like in the whole hour, they say we do it during warm ups. That's not teaching someone. That's going over the motions, but that's not teaching someone. You get what I'm saying? So, and then all the skateboarder guys came in. It was like, oh, Jiu-jitsu taught me how to fall. No, no, no. They said they didn't say jiu-jitsu taught them how to fall. It's like, oh, skateboarding taught me how to fall. I was like, I guess this. I don't know. Instagram is a shit show right now. The Instagram. I hope. Well, no, I'm on YouTube. Hopefully, Instagram never buys YouTube because then I know he's gonna have it out for me. But Instagram's what's his name? It's the guy who you said, I love you, dog. Please keep going crazy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. It's Instagram's like head leader, Mussolini. His name is not Mussolini for the history buffs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know where I got that from. Um, yeah, but he irritates me because he always gets on. I feel like he's a smart dude. The Instagram like CEO or head dude that's overseeing Instagram. He gets on Instagram and just talks about features. And like I don't know, man. I can go on about that. It should be irritating me. His face irritates me, but I follow him so I can get new news. But he never gives actual good news. He's like one of those guys who gives you information. Like he speaks eloquently and gives you nothing. He's one of those guys. He should run for politician. The Instagram CEO or whatever he is, he should run for a politician because he comes on. He's like, hey, with his little annoying glasses. He's like, hey guys, this is our new little nice feature for you guys not to connect with each other. And this is how it works. And we're trying to like make Instagram a safe place. And I'm just like, bro, like, I don't know. He has a punchable face. It's I don't know why I suddenly started hating this man, but I never hated him this bad. I guess maybe this is a bad confession. I never hated that man until now. It just his content irritates me. He said, "I'm getting back into working out. At what point do you stop? For example, Tyson or Mayweather. I don't remember which did 1,000 push-ups or like 1,000 sit-ups. Is that the max when it's overuse? Well, the only person who probably did no, well, both of them probably would do something like that. I think your body has to be conditioned for that. If you're gonna do that many, there really isn't no max. Your body's gonna tell you what's the max. I would say you should gradually do it though. I would if you're just getting back to working out, start off with 100. Just do 100 a day if you want to try that. Like try that first, or 50 a day. Nah, that's too much. That's too much. Do 30 a day. Do 30 a day. You'll see what I mean by that. Just do 30 a day. That's a good start. Like 30 actual push-ups. My push-ups is bad. Push-ups go directly on my shoulder. So if you watch me, I can't do push-ups. So if you could do push-ups, just know Smitty can't do push-ups. You got one of these days I'm gonna do a push-up for y'all. Y'all gonna be like, this guy can't do push-ups. I'm gonna do it when I teach class. Like while I'm teaching class, for the guys who watch this stream, y'all just gonna see me go down and I'm gonna start doing push-ups. And y'all see like how bad I am at push-ups. Like I'm strong enough to do push-ups, but my form is all jacked up. I probably should start doing some more push-ups. Sit-ups, I could do 1,000 sit-ups. I can't do 1,000 sit-ups. But to answer your question, you say when is it overuse? You don't need to do that many damn you don't need to do that many sit-ups and push-ups. You just need to do something, really, to be honest. Yeah, you just need to do something. And you Ghost, you said that you was the big 4-0. You need to do forget all that. You need to go on the treadmill. I'm not calling you fat. I've never seen you before, but I have a strong like belief, and I'm gonna like I've been. If you go on my videos, you'll see that I've been doing a lot of article breakdowns. But um, I think the older you get, you need to emphasize working out your heart. I believe this. I really believe this. The older you get, that like at first when you're young, you're trying to build muscle, right? But then I think like as you get older, it starts to flip and you need to like you still want to build muscle, but I think cardio is way more important. Let me see. You said I'm doing 10,000 steps a day walking. If I keep adding 10,000, I'll be walking all day. You see where I'm getting at? I like endurance athletes, where's the limit? Um but that's my thing. It's up to your body. It's up to your body. Because I know that doesn't give you nothing, but it actually says a lot. It's like one of those Chinese proverbs where people say something and it gives you nothing, but it's so much insight in what they just gave. I was just shitting on the Instagram CEO, and I just did the same thing. I eloquently said a bunch of nothing, but okay, look, man. I'm the reason why I'm telling you to go low because you're asking what's the limit is because whatever you do, let's just say today, let's just say hypothetically, you actually do 1,000, or let's say I told you that the limit was 1,000, right? Let's just say I told you the limit was 1,000, and you go do 1,000 starting today. You are going to overstrain and destroy your body in the next. You will feel it in the next 2 days because the 1,000 might have been my limit, Mayweather or Tyson's limit, right? But your limit might have been like 10. You see what I'm saying? And you didn't give your body time enough to adapt. That's why I say when it comes to like reps, even endurance, like it just gets too much. So I'll tell you, for example, my limit. So like when I go to, I like to do 10,000 jumps. So let's talk about my limits, right? So I have a jump rope, it counts, and I will do 1,000 jumps. No, it's 10,000. I'll do 10,000 jumps, and it takes me an hour to do it. Imagine just jumping. I'll be jump roping. Before I get ready for every single fight, I do 10,000 jumps, right? And I honestly could do more, but I do understand. There's this old guy in my gym, and he says something to me all the time. Like when we're in the locker room, he says, "I'm gonna save some for tomorrow." I love that quote. He's like, "Yeah, I'm done. I gotta save some for tomorrow." I'm just like, I like that. I'm gonna save some for tomorrow. So like, yes, there's a limit, but you gotta save some for tomorrow. You said, "Oh, it's an electronic jump rope. It's in the handle." So I think it's in the handle and the rope. It literally counts. So it counts like a full. It's hard to explain, but yeah, that's So you said I'm about to get shoulder surgery. What can I do to stay act to? Okay, let me fucking properly say what I'm gonna say. He said, I'm about to get shoulder surgery. What can I do to stay active, martial art and workout wise? And I was supposed to have my first amateur MMA fight this year. Okay, well, I have questions. So if you're about to get shoulder surgery, it sounds like to me you had your shoulder dislocated for the first time. Is that what happened? Because if you had your shoulder dislocated for the first time, did you go get an MRI? Because all shoulder surgery does is they reconfigure it back in the proper place. But you still need to rehab it. Like no matter what like people will go get shoulder surgery and they will think that their shoulders are right, but it's the rehab that actually built your shoulder back up. I dislocated my shoulder, and you know something funny? I think I might have a rotator. Like I think it might be labrum or something. It might be structural damage where I need to go get shoulder surgery. But what I studied is that you're still gonna have to rebuild the tendons and stuff in your shoulder anyway. During wrestling season, you said I got a torn labor on both sides. Both sides. That's crazy. 2 years ago, since the dislocate and hyperextension during wrestling season. That fucking sucks, dude. I like you cable machines. I have a playlist actually. I have a playlist on YouTube here called Smitty's Shoulder System. I need to update a new video, actually. I'm glad you said that. But I kind of explain it. I wish I got to the point a little bit better. I'm learning how to get to the point better in these long form videos because I'm used to short form videos where I explain in a minute. And then now I get a chance to really explain some stuff. I over explain and I don't get to the point fast enough. So with my short form, I get to the point fast enough because I've had years of practice with that. But long form, I don't get to the point fast enough. So it might be kind of hard to watch right now, but just watch that, and I promise you, I explain the shoulder in a really good explanatory way. He said, "Yeah, I just want to slowly work my way up. I was just concerned about how much time consuming it could be as I build." Nah, you just need all you need to do, to be honest, is you need to when it comes like you're thinking of like what's okay, so the way you're treating working out right now, Ghost, is like it's a video game. Like, what's the max level? Like what's the end game? Like I don't know if you guys play World of Warcraft, but like in World of Warcraft back then, well, I played World of Warcraft during like Wrath of the Lich King, so I think it was like the max level was 85. Like that was the max level, and you couldn't go further than that. You get what I'm saying? So then there'll be other stuff that you could do in the game at that max level. So Ghost, what you're saying is like, what's the max amount of reps that I could do so I could work my way up to it, and I know where I'm going. But what I'm trying to tell you is there is really no max. It comes down to the like you could be you could do 10,000, right? But was that 10,000 a quality 10,000? I know it wasn't because at some point you're gonna get fatigued. So, um, and if you're doing that much, you need to like tweak it. There's so much stuff you could do that I would say 50. It shouldn't be that many. You shouldn't be doing that many. You should be up to 50. Or pull-ups. Maybe you can start working on pull-ups. There's so much stuff you could do, dog. There's so much stuff. You shouldn't be doing that many. Because then you're gonna cause muscle imbalances. Because I'm sure, like, if you had Mayweather and Tyson, like they had actual like professionals watching them. Like, hey, like I noticed that your back is getting underdeveloped since you're doing all these push-ups. Let's go work on this. So you might underdevelop something. You need to work on your whole body, and that just takes time. How many injuries do you think high-level MMA fighters have over their career? I'm gonna be real with you. I think all these dudes are injured. I think I, based on what I've been looking at the low levels and how much these guys are getting injured, how I'm injured. Like I'm not injured, but like I have to be very careful with the way I fight. Now I understand, like I didn't get it at first, but when I used to see like certain MMA fighters fight a certain way, like Usman, for example, they say Usman doesn't have knees. He wrestles well, but his knees is blown out. Okay? Like I went into my MMA fight and I had like I've never done nothing to my shoulder but go to the gym and work it out. So, and my knee was kind of jacked up. If you look at the build up to what did I do to my knee? I did something to my knee. I couldn't I couldn't shoot off my right knee. And then he kicked my right knee, little asshole. Little asshole kicked that same injured knee. I played it off well, but that shit hurt. So I think everyone's injured. I think everyone comes into I think everyone's injured in MMA. So how many injuries do I think these high level MMA fighters? I think they come to every fight injured. I forgot what else I was saying. I was talking to some about. I think I was talking to you some about ghosts. Some you about ghosts. I sound crazy as fuck. Mm. Oh, ghosts. But yeah, stop stop thinking about the ceiling and think about like this is an art. You get what I'm saying? Like your body is an art. There is no ceiling. So like there is no ceiling. You get what I'm saying? There's no ceiling. Stop thinking of a ceiling. Think of something that you're crafting and molding. Think of it like that. You say, yeah, I see a lot of UFC fighters deal with injury. Usman is an excellent example. UFC fighters are special, or even pro fighters in general are special to endure in spite of injury. Yep, I think everyone's injured across the board. Um, if you listen closely to their post fight interviews, that you always hear him say, "Yeah, I got injured this week." It's normal. He says, "So do you think fighters are soft when they pull out? Because I thought about it and my knees were messed up through my whole high school wrestling career before my shoulder, and I just muscled through it." I think so. This is gonna change your perspective when you say that. Listen to what you just said. You said that I wrestled through my whole high school career with my knees blown out, right? But suddenly with the shoulder, you're pulling out. You want to know why that's why that's the case? Because you haven't learned how to move with an injured shoulder yet. So what you used to do, you can't do it no more because psychologically you haven't corrected. Like me, like even right now doing this, my shoulder hurts, but I know how to fight with an injured shoulder now. Like I know how to fall, I know what to do. I don't know why my shoulder's actually sore. That's kind of what did I do today? What the hell did I do today? Oh, yeah, well, we was going pretty hard today. But you see what I'm saying? Like I know how to move with my shoulder. So I think like when fighters pull out due to injuries, I think they might not be used to that type of injury. That's why they're pulling out. You said the pull out is smart. It depends on circumstance, on the individual. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's case by case basis. Yeah, exactly. Because if I injured, like for example, my left knee is really good. I'm used to like my left knee or left leg is my power leg, right? So I like to kick off my left leg. If that gets injured, I'm not used to that. So I would have to pull out. My right leg is used to getting injured and I would still fight with my like with any inconvenience on my right leg. So that's how I was able to fight the dude. He kicked my leg and my leg like went dead, but I'm used to being injured on that leg. If he would have kicked the left leg and that went dead, I would have been like, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing." So, I think it just depends. Yeah, I think it depends. Depends. I wouldn't that's a good fucking question. That was a good question. That was super good. Don't think you're a bitch for pulling out because your shoulder's fucked up. Don't if that's what you're alluding to. You said, "Oh yeah," you said. So Ghost said, "Oh, that reminds me. I saw both your fights last night. Your kicks are hella good. That front snap kick, yes." And what I liked about so in my first fight, um, you see like we were both kicking back and forth, and it was very static, right? And then in the second fight, the kicks evolved where I was throwing a bunch of different types of kicks at him, right? I don't know. I think the first fight, I think it took me to the third round to submit him, right? And I think the second fight took me to the third round to submit him too. So, um, I think from what it looks like, I'm a third round, like I'm a late round finisher type of fighter. That's what it kind of looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's interesting. I like that because I really do. I really like that. It's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you guys one thing that I'm very excited for. I want to. What I really want is to get to the UFC, right? UFC is not my dream, but I would love to go there for this reason. I watch a lot of these guys on YouTube talk about like they like the MMA math guys, the guys that are breaking stuff down. Like this fight's happening, and this how we think is gonna. I would love to see them break me down. I will. It would just be like a full circle moment. I would love to see that, like, because I don't know. It would just be fun to watch to see like what does it look like? Because I'm on the outside right now, and when we speculate about certain fighters, right? This is just what we believe. But it would be nice to be on the inside to see what it looks like and how it feels. And then I'm gonna let you guys know. He said my grandparents doesn't want me to fight and was kind of like I told you so when my shoulder was injured, and I was just trying to see if I'm the only person injured before having ever fought in MMA. Oh yeah, but if I wish my if you so you can go right now on YouTube, my YouTube, and go on the playlist and it says Smitty MMA fights. Both fights I was injured. Both fights I was injured. So you'll be all right. I don't think it just depends. Like, can you go into practice and hard spar and nothing's wrong? If you could do that, you could do a fight. You'll be fine. If you're in practice, for lack of better terms, bitching, you might want to sit this out. You might want to sit it out. If you're in practice bitching about your injuries, you might want to sit that out. That's a good tester for you. If you're like if you're going in practice and you kind of feel it, like you're like, you're like, but I could work through it. But if you're in practice, like, oh, I gotta stop, my shoulder hurts. Like, bro, just stop, dog. Hang it up for now. Go get that fixed, then come back. You said it looked like you were pulling your punches on Darrow when you were on top. Oh yeah, I was. Yeah, was that purposeful or was it those gloves or pillows? I wanted him to okay, let me explain this one. In round 2, I put Darrow in a triangle choke, right? So I was planning on this sounds fucked up. I told Darrow about this, and I don't think he ignored me. We haven't talked since. He probably thought I was like talking shit to him. But this was after the fight. So if you watch that fight, when I caught Darrow in the rear naked choke, I didn't let go. Like I kept choking his ass. Um, I actually wanted to get him in an armbar, and I was gonna do just that. I wasn't gonna let go because I want people to fucking fear me when it comes to these submissions. I want people to be terrified of when I catch you. I'm not letting go on some Rusmar Paul Harris shit. But I caught Darrow in the triangle choke in the second round, and he started punching me. Darrow mid fight told me sorry when he was punching me. He said, "I'm sorry." And I could not like if you look like it got to a point where we both were still, and he said he said, "I'm sorry," and I just started laughing. It was the funniest shit to me. He was like, "I'm sorry." I was like, "You're good." Like mid fight, we're in a fight. He's punching me in the triangle. He says he's sorry. At that point, I was like, "This is a nice fucking dude." You know? I was like, this is a nice dude. So when I got on top of him, I started hitting him, and I wanted him to turn so I could just go for the rear naked choke. But then when he wouldn't turn, then you saw me do the hammer fist. Like I was just kind of punching, and then he wouldn't turn. I went to the hammer fist, and that made him turn. But yeah, I was kind of pulling my punches. Let's see. Oh no. So you just got gooned to. You're welcome. You said I've been working through it, but I was getting to the point where I couldn't block or throw a power punch during sparring on my left side. So it's your left shoulder, right? It's your left shoulder, right? That's dislocated. You said like you weren't relying on your punches. You were tapping him. Yeah. Exactly. No, you got it right, Ghost. I'm looking for the submission. Like when you're dealing with me, all you have to do is defend the submissions. That's it. You just have to defend the submissions. But the problem is, like, it's easier said than done. So your left, so my left shoulder's jacked up too. So you should, are you, and you're standing orthodox, right? With your left shoulder, like, you're like this, or are you like this? Which one? Is your left fist? You said it's been cool watching you get better. Maybe been following you from your transitions are quite flawless. Thank you. Oh, it's on both sides. Oh, that's fucking sucks. I forgot you did say that. You said on both sides. It's okay. And when did you tear this? You wanna know what you should do? You wanna know what you should do? If you just tore it on both sides and you're getting surgery, you definitely need to take a year off. But what you can do is you can build your shoulder back. See, people don't like people will make it seem like that it's over. It's not over. It's not over. You just need to manually attach your tendons back together. It's all functional strength. Like it's am I saying is it I think it's tendons. I explain it in the shoulder system. You need to reattach everything back. Go to my playlist. Look up Smitty shoulder system. Do that. I'm gonna post more videos just for you. Yeah, cause but you need to take a year off. You're a sitting duck. You need to go to the public gym, get go to the pulley machine and start rebuilding your shoulder back. And give yourself a year. I know it sucks, but you're gonna come fucking jacked when you get back. How old are you? You say, yo, what's up, Devin Haney? Let me see, left shoulder forward orthodox. Yeah, I actually used to be that's why I'm a switch now because I used to be orthodox, but then when I dislocated my shoulder, I became a southpaw. But luckily, for me, I'm ambidextrous, so it was nothing for me to switch southpaw. So would you do legs and abs overly? And thank you. No. You want to do your whole body, but I'm saying like you need to take a year off, and uh you need to PT your shoulders because your shoulders are loose right now. What is that thing called? Is it the tendons? I don't think it's the tendons. It's something. You need to attach something back. Like you need to strengthen. What is that called? I don't think it's tendons. I'm gonna just say tendons. I don't think it's tendons though. I forgot what I called it in the. I haven't posted a video on that in a minute. But there's something that's attached to the bone, and you need to reattach it back because it's overstretched. You're 18 in college? Yeah, you could take a year off. You could take a year off. You'll be fine. You could take a year off. That's probably long to you because you're so young. Really, to be honest with you, to be honest, to be completely honest, you could keep training though. But like fighting, I would take 2 years off. I would take 2 years off. That's what I would do. And keep strengthening your shoulder. That's what I would do. Like, cause so look, just to give you perspective, I started martial arts when I was 20. I'm 30 now. People don't know that. I'm old. It's funny too. I but What I did when I was 18 and 19 was I was in the gym and I strengthened my body. I took care of my body. I've been taking care of my body all my life. And just this past Monday, I'm sitting in the gym and everyone is getting injured right in front of me. Young dudes getting injured. I'm like, how are y'all getting injured? Like, and they like, well, I'm tired. I'm getting old. I'm like, because I usually never tell my age. I never tell my age. But they're like, oh, I'm getting old. And I just be looking at them. Because I think age is a mentality. I really do. I believe age is a mentality. I think, like, you, it's a mentality, dog. Like, I always tell people I'm young at heart. I always say that. I'm young at heart. I don't think about, like, damn, I'm 30. Like, I don't think about that shit. That's why for, like, the past, like, 4 years since I've been online, um, no, I never told no one my age because I feel like the moment you keep saying your age, you get older. It's weird. I don't know, but I would take 2 years off and rebuild your shoulder up. You said, are you not looking to knock people out with your hands because you got some heat on your hands? Which aspect of MMA would you say is your weakest? Ooh, I think so. There's different aspects that I've discovered doing MMA. Like, I think right now my wall wrestling, and that's what I'm about to fix in this camp. My wall wrestling is the weakest. I actually do have hands. It's actually funny. I actually do have hands. Um, but no, I'm not looking to knock anybody out. I really don't care too much about it. I need to. I've been studying boxing. Uh, I want to knock someone out with my kicks. That's what I want to do first. I want to knock someone out with a kick, and then I want to go to hands. But people don't know. Like, people don't know that I have hands, and it's very fast too. It's fast as fuck. Like, but I'm gonna work on it. I mean, maybe I should. I don't know. My family, like, they love hands though, but I like submissions better. It's a puzzle. Like submitting people is a puzzle to me, and it's like something in my brain, and it gets fun. Like, cause I like seeing people panic. Like, you don't understand. Like, people are panicking when they're under me, even when they're on top. They're panicking, and I love that shit. It's fun. I'm like, you're gonna give up something. You're gonna fuck up somehow. Give it to me. Like, it's like a thrill. Like, I don't like people. I don't tell people that I'm a jujitsu guy. I'm a submission artist. That's what I am. I'm not a knockout artist. I'm not a jujitsu athlete. I'm a submission artist. I get a high off submitting people. So you said just my left shoulder torn on both sides, not my left and right. Oh, it's just your left shoulder. That's even better. So okay. That's even better. You should fight southpaw. You need to work on southpaw. That'll save your shoulder. Speaking of age, time is of the essence. Yeah. So Ghost said, speaking of age, time is of the essence. This is your window. You have 10 years to get to the UFC and shine. I think, like, honestly, it won't be that long. The problem with these fighters, I'm gonna tell you that what's the problem with these fighters. So this is perfect. Let's talk about this. So the reason why eventually I'm probably gonna develop hands even better is because it's not knockouts, it's finishes. That's what people care about. It's the finish. That's what people want to see. It's like people do not hate the ground game. Like, I feel like when I go to the ground, people don't go, oh, fuck, right? They go, ooh, the fight might end. You get what I'm saying? So if you are known for finishing fights, and that's one thing that I want to be known for. Like, this next fight, I think the guy I'm going against is a black belt. I think he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So it's gonna be a treat to submit him. Like I'm not scared. I'm more excited. It's going to be a treat to submit him. And if I keep submitting people, you probably would literally see me have like 5 fights, and then they'll probably throw me in the UFC. If I keep finishing everybody spectacularly, they're gonna just throw me in. I have the following. I'm finishing fights. They're gonna throw me in. Who would I fight against? I would have to fight against Pantoja or Marab. That's why I'm developing leg locks right now. Because especially for Marab style, that style is fucking insane. You have to beat a guy like Marab, you need to have a good guillotines, like excellent fucking guillotines, and excellent leg locks. That's my theory. Yeah, you're a finisher. Yeah. I love, like, you have to finish the fight. That's the problem. That's why no one, like, it's not that people hate the ground. They hate the fucking stalling. Finish the fight. If you can control someone on the ground for 30 minutes, 25 minutes, however many minutes, finish the fight. I don't understand that. I be watching these dudes. I'm like, why are you not trying nothing? Like, but then I have to understand that submitting people is an art of itself. Finishing a fight is an art. People don't know that. Like controlling someone is an art, but ending the fight is an art in itself too. Like like how do I explain this? Like when you're going for a submission, right? To make someone say I quit is like it's hard to do because that person doesn't want to quit. Do y'all understand that? Like a knockout, you knock them out, they don't know. They even wake up and they're like, I got caught. But when someone gets submitted, they like, I gave up. I was gonna die. Like that's why I love it. It's a checkmate. It's a physical checkmate in their mind, and everyone's like, yeah, that's it. Like nothing you can do about that. A knockout, they're like, oh, he got caught. Nah, fuck that. I ended the fight. That's why I love submissions. That's why my submission rate is so high. Like right now I'm working on Barambolos because I've been working on a lot of leg locks lately. Lots of leg locks. I've been working on positional jiu-jitsu heavily. Because I want to also go into ADCC. My aspirations for jiu-jitsu is not done. Because I have a bone to pick with a lot of the critics in the jiu-jitsu community. I have such a big bone with them. Because all the stuff that I've done over the years, they believe like I'm fraudulent. And I'm just like, I'm just taking my time. I'm just taking my time. I've taken care of my body. Yeah, I have a shoulder injury, but I'm still building that up. Yeah. I want to win at least one ADCC title. I don't need to do all the Gordon Ryan 7-time and Yuri. I don't need to do that. I just need to win it one time. Because if I win it one time, that proves to everyone else that I was like one of the GOATs. I don't want to be the GOAT. Like I don't care about that. I want to be in the conversation. Like I don't have to be the GOAT. I just need to be in the conversation or someone else's GOAT. I want to be able to give, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, I want to be able to give my fans actual ammo to argue of why I was the GOAT. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, they can't say, your guy didn't win a title. Yo, he did. Fuck you. He did. So, that's what I'm doing. Do that after UFC, I think. Make your bread first. Yeah. You could do both. We'll see. You could do both. Because I bet you, we'll see. I think it'll take 2 years. It'll probably starting next year, right? So I plan on fighting 5 times next year. I've already talked to the promotion, and they was telling me like, hey, if you win this next fight spectacularly, we're gonna give you a title fight. They're already saying we want you as our champ. Like we would give you a title fight. But for me, I want to develop more. So I plan on fighting 5 times next year. That's the goal. So if I do really good this next fight, I'm probably gonna let them know. I would like to probably have like 4 more fights. So you have this next fight, and I'd like to have about 3 more fights, and then I maybe at the end of the year do a title fight. Probably that'd be cool. But I want to develop. That's what I want to do because there's certain things that like I want to be able to predict my own style. Like I just discovered that I don't gas out in the third round. I get better in the third round. That's like the more the longer the fight goes, I get more dangerous. So I need to know my strengths. You get what I'm saying? There's certain things that I want to do. So yeah, it takes time. As in XP on the pro scene. Exactly. Like but all these dudes are rushing. You wanna know why they're rushing? Because they don't have a platform. They don't have money. They need to get in right now. I don't need to do that. Like I have my platform. I have my people. So I want to develop more. That's me. As long as I don't get injured, I can take my time. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. But yeah, cool stuff. I want to talk about some social combat. We're gonna talk about social combat. Um, I was studying. Ooh, I want to start doing that because I feel like I was reading the three body problem. I read the body problem like a year ago. You said back your chin up some. No. I was reading the three body problem. I read the three body problem a year ago. I'm gonna start getting back into reading the second book, and I need to finish that book. Three body problem was a really good book. I need to get back in my science fiction reading because sci-fi. I want to get into some themes that they said in the sci-fi books. But past that, the book I was reading today was the polyvagal theory, and I want to talk about I want to talk about the female psychology. Oh yeah, that's a grappler's hand. I actually don't have a big hand. I just I don't know. That's a grappler's hand. Do you see the calluses? If I grab you, like you, I was chilling with this girl. It's so random. I was chilling with a girl, and she told me she had some big ass hands. She's like, "Damn, your hands is tiny." And I was just like, I just grabbed, and she's like, "Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're a jujitsu guy." I was like, "What? What you mean? What you mean? Jujitsu guys, we got some like. I'm not that tall. I'm short. I'm like 5'7". Online they said I'm 5'5". I don't know who wrote that. Fuck you, whoever wrote that. They said I'm online because I think I'm on like famous birthdays or something. They said I'm 5'5". I was like, damn, is that what I look like to y'all? Like I'm short, but I ain't that short. Yeah, they said I'm 5'5". I'm like 5'7". I'm not that tall. That's why I got famous. You would see me literally hop on the mat against a dude that's like 6'1", 230 pounds, and I'll submit him. That's literally why. That's why everyone knows who I am. I'll go against dudes that's like 6'5" or something, 300 pounds, and I'll submit them in competition. And everyone's like, oh. But now everybody knows who I am. So then guys, when they see me come on the mat, they're like, they lock the fuck in. I'm like, God damn it. But back to the polyvagal theory. So there's this is the main thing I want to talk about today since we have like 10 minutes left. Hell no, I don't look tall. Hell no. You know what? You might be right. Someone did tell me that. I felt like I felt fraudulent, like I disappointed. Someone said, I thought you'd be taller in person. I was thinking, fuck you. But then the cool part was I went and submitted like a giant like that same time. So that felt good. That felt super good. And then he was like, He said, "You might not be tall, but you walk tall." And I was like, yeah, felt good. Nah, I'm short. Smitty is short. Smitty is short. And that has never deterred me in anything I do. It's the proportions. Yes, it got to be because I got long ass legs. That's why my triangle chokes is so good. I have long legs, like I'm tall from the waist down, and I'm short like upper body wise. It's like short torso. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. Well, I guess kind of my hands. Well, no, I feel like my hands are tiny. Whatever. Anyways, the polyvagal theory. I keep repeating this. I'm gonna stop reading the damn comments. That's why I'm gonna say this first before I forget. So there is a psychology to the way feminine minded individuals think, right? And I've like created like a system of how to map it out. So first, I started off with the masculine way of thinking. So there's like I call it a masculine crosshairs. So like you have a horizontal way, you have a vertical way of thinking. So you for the vertical way of thinking, you have sovereignty, which is there's a whole class of thinking for yourself, like a whole way you're supposed to carry yourself, a system of control for thyself. I call it sovereign control. And then you have systematic control, right? So as a man, I've noticed if you stay on these paths, right, you can become the best version of yourself. That's your purpose, your goals, all that stuff. But then you have the horizontal way of thinking, right? Which is more of the way females, like the way women think, typically females think, right? Or are allowed to think. Because if you look in the wild, you have hyenas and they're more masculine. You get what I'm saying? But whatever. So on one end, you have nonverbal thinking, brain chemistry, and then you have conscious thinking. So you have subconscious and conscious thinking, right? I know this probably sounds fucking strange, but I'm about to get to the point in a second. So, what I've learned is how to actually communicate between the sexes. Like, I've learned the way that the sexes communicate with each other. So, I've learned that if you're a woman, there's like two styles of communication. You have a reporting style and you have an expressive style of communication. Okay? So if a woman wants a man to fall in love with her, all she needs to do is do what I call the concept called reporting, is get a man to report. And that's all she needs to do. And he'll fall in love with her. But for a man to get a woman to fall in love with him, he needs to get her to express. And she will fall in love. That's the two communication styles. Now, before I continue on that, let me read what you guys said. How did you make money outside martial arts so you could take it slow? The internet. It's the internet. If you, all martial artists do not understand that's the difference between a martial artist and a fighter. A fight. Most guys in martial arts, they call themselves martial artists, but they operate as a fighter. They're only focused on the fighting. They think like if I could just get in, I'm gonna make my money. But you hear all these fighters end up broke. Like you can monetize social media, but they don't get that. You know, you can monetize this stuff. Like what we do is cool, or use your voice. So, Merkman, you're 18 years old. So I'm gonna give you the game right now. If you want to use social media, start talking. Right now, start learning how to talk. Figure it out. Luckily, you have me, and this is what social combat is all about, teaching specifically young men how to talk. Women don't have to really learn how to talk because the men have to go pursue the women. But if we ever get women, that's why I'm wearing pink. You know. Hopefully, then maybe I could teach women how to talk too. But mainly, it's for social combat as a system to teach men how to talk to women. Well, no, let me say this correctly. Social combat is to teach you how to talk and deal with energy, not women, not men, energy, masculine and feminine energy. That's what I'm teaching. That's the whole point of social combat. You know, you said best way to trim gut. What do you mean by that? Ask that question one more time. Hopefully, so let me continue explaining this. Hopefully, this person doesn't call me. They just text me, and I just know they're about to call, and it might freeze the damn. I forgot to put this on Do Not Disturb. Can I do that? Hold on, let me see if I can put this on Do Not Disturb. Let me see. Let me see if I'm still here. Hopefully, I'm still here. Get that off. Yeah. All right. Cool. Got that. I had to put that on Do Not Disturb. You said best way to trim stomach fat. Uh. Ooh. There. Your what you eat, and it's how you eat. I actually have a video. I have a video. I have a bunch of videos about to come out real soon that I'm writing a script on them, and it's talking about weight loss. It's so funny you say that. I have a bunch of videos. I knew people was gonna ask about that. Like, how do you lose weight? There's many ways you can do it, but there's only really two easy ways. Is what you eat, is what you don't eat, and it's cardio, like just working out. Those three things: what you eat, what you don't eat, and cardio. So one of my favorite things that I would say is all right, Ghost, you got that one. You got him. I ain't even gonna say that. So it's what you eat, is what you don't eat, and the way you work out. All right. So what I mean by that, let me explain what I mean by that. So all you all you have to do is cut down the fat that you eat. Did I say that correctly? No, let me tell you what I do. Let me tell you what I do, and then as I'm telling you what I do, then that'll be able to. I'll probably remember what I'm talking about. So let's say, for example, I'm 140 right now. This perfect, perfect. I'm 140 right now. I'm gonna be fighting January 31st at 125. So everyone, when I cut to 135, so I was 150 at first, and then I cut down and fought at 135 and blew back up fight night at I was 142 fight night. So, and I was chilling because I understood diet. I understood diet and nutrition very, very well. So now everyone wants to see like if I'm gonna struggle to 125. I'm not. So this is how I do it first. The first thing that I take off is sugar. It's all about that damn sugar. It's all about sugar. I take the sugar off. You would be surprised how much sugar like really puts fat on you. You would be so surprised. Okay? So it starts off with the sugar, and then I start taking down stuff like bread. I go eat keto bread, specifically keto bread. I forgot what's the science behind keto bread, but like I know that it doesn't have like as much carbs in it. So the bread, it's the type of bread you eat. So you take out the sugar, the bread is something else. Caffeine is fine. I don't think caffeine gets you as fat. Um, and then it's the quality of meat that you eat too. I also start to cook. I start cooking my food too. So those are the main things. I need to make a video on this. I'm so sorry. I usually have my notes right here, but like, I mean, you know what? I need to make a video on weight loss, and I have a bunch of articles I read too. I'm learning so much with these articles. You said what animals can I eat? Um, well, what I eat is I go to the store and I get me very lean meat, like really lean meat, like beef patties. I think beef patties is one of the best lean sources you could possibly get. Well, it's no, 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 no. It's turkey breast, actually. Turkey breast is the leanest meat you could get. But I don't like eating that. I like beef patties. The reason why I like beef patties is beef, if you actually, not the bullshit they're giving you in fast food spots, like beef that you cook, okay? Beef has, did I post a video on that? No, I didn't. Beef is a superfood. That's my theory. That's my theory. Because it has the most complete form of protein you could possibly get. It has creatine in it. Beef has natural creatine in it. Okay? Natural creatine. And it just has so much stuff that allows you. Oh my god, I should have told the I should have told Merc that. Am I talking to Merc? Who asked me that question about the? No, it's John. I'm talking to John. Should have told Merc about that. That he should start cooking his. Wow, Merc, are you still here? Maybe he'll watch this later. Yeah, like also beef. It heals your body really fast too. Ooh, I need to make a video about beef. I'm gonna do that for you guys. I'm gonna do that. Okay, Merc. Yes, beef. You need to cook your beef. Go to the store. Beef costs like, at least in California. California is expensive as fuck, by the way. Beef out here costs like, for like a regular. You don't have to get nothing too expensive. I go to like the regular food for less, and yeah, I cook beef. It's like $8 to cook beef. It's like it's cheap. You said beef only diet. No, 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 no. Like I have beef, rice. I cook my rice. I go beef, rice, and spinach. I had spinach is good too. You need to learn. I saute my spinach. Oh, y'all got me salivating right now. Oh, that sounds good. I saute my spinach, which makes it way better. Sauteing your spinach, because at first I was trying to boil the spinach, but it was uneven, and spinach tastes nasty as fuck, man. If you don't do spinach correctly, that shit tastes nasty. Uh, wow. I need to do that. That would be fun fucking content. Like me showing like what I eat. Do I have to drain the beef after cooking? Uh, what do you mean by that? So this let me just tell you the way I make my beef. Fucking perfect. Oh, salt. That's what it was too. I was like, it's sugar, and I couldn't think of. Okay, salt. Salt too. You need to cut down the damn salt too. Okay, so this is how I do my food. I go to the store, I get me rice, beef. The bread that I get is keto bread. That's the bread. I forgot what the keto, whatever keto, look up keto. I forgot what it was. I don't know off the top of my head. Someone could look it up right now. Keto. There's something in the keto stuff, them little keto folks, like, but keto bread. You can still eat bread, but specifically get keto bread. So I'll go to the store, I'll get me a beef patty. I go, I rip open the beef patty. I put on a little bit of salt first. I do add salt on it. And I forgot what it's called. I'll take some salt, flip it, throw some more salt on it on the back. And then I'll take some lemon pepper. I'll throw the lemon pepper because the lemon pepper tastes good as fuck. I'll put the lemon pepper on it. And then what else would I put? I would literally have to walk into my kitchen and grab all my ingredients. I'm gonna do that one of these days for you guys. And I let it sit for a few minutes. And you don't need to put no like cooking oil or nothing. Because typically I get 80/20 beef. Throw it on, let it sit there for a while. I think I let it sit for like 5 minutes. And then I flip it, let it sit for 5 minutes. I would have to. Damn, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I did, but that shit tastes good as fuck. No, you don't have to drain it. I don't know what you mean by drain it. What do you mean by drain it? Cooked spinach is greater than raw spinach? Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh my God. You need to make spinach anyway. You can't. I don't think you can eat spinach raw, but spinach is nasty as fuck. If you go to the store and actually like, it's nasty. I need to make a video on this stuff. I'm glad you guys are asking me because I haven't been cooking like for like at least a month because after my fight I stopped cooking, so like my mind is not like in tune like it usually is. But it's December now, so I'm about to get back on it. I'm gonna start tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna grab my food, and I'm gonna start getting back into it. Usually, like wait until like New Year's. I want you guys to come and ask me these questions again New Year's, and that's how you would know when I get in fight camp mode. This is something that a lot of fighters don't do. Merc, I'm happy you're here because I'm giving you guys so many damn secrets that I do. Because I come in like this. I'm not even like on weight right now, but this is cooking. Like I work out, but this is cooking. Okay, so and I'm fat right now. Like this is me fat, but you said drain the fat that comes off the beef. Uh, do I ever drain it? I never drain it. I mean, are you putting that on your food? I just take it off the grill and just put it on the bread. I don't think you have to drain it. Mm, am I tripping right now? Are you talking about like pushing it down and shit? Like I don't do that to my I don't know why people do that to their beef. Yeah, give me a month. Give me a month. Ask me these nutritional questions again when I'm in fight camp mode because I have a fight January 31st, and y'all gonna see like I start getting ripped. I start getting skinnier and shit. Like, but I start getting like big. It's crazy. The way my body shapes when I start cooking, it's crazy. But then I forget the whole process when I'm off camp. You said drain the cooking oil. I think John is referring. Oh no, you don't need cooking oil for beef. Beef has so much fat in it. You don't. I don't put cooking oil. You don't need cooking oil there. You said might be a southern thing. Oh, are you putting like avocado oil and stuff? I only use avocado oil for my sauteing of the spinach. Are you doing that on your you do not need oil on your beef. That's too much. My granny told me that one. I was like, Granny, when that's what's probably happening to you. Okay, let me tell you this story. I called my granny up. I was like, hey, Granny. She was like, yeah, cause my granny's from the South too. Um, she's from no, she's I got two grannies. One's from the South, cause in Texas, Dallas, Texas, I got one from the South, and I got one that's a city girl. Um, but I called the city girl. I was like, hey, Granny, when I put like is your beef supposed to be like greasy? She was like, boy, what you mean? I was like, yeah, when I put I was like, I don't know, there's something up with my beef. She said, well, explain to me the process. So I said, yeah, I explained her the whole process, but the first thing I told her was I put cooking oil, or was it avocado oil? Because I like avocado oil. I said, yeah, I put avocado oil. And she was like, you're not supposed to put no oil. She was like, you don't need oil for beef. And I was like, what you mean? She was like, just put the beef there and the oil's gonna come out. And I was like, what? Oh, okay. Boom. And then if you just cook beef, the oil comes out. Or the fat comes out. I'm sorry. The natural fats come out. And I sound so stupid right now. Y'all probably thinking this motherfucker don't know what he talking about. I got the six pack though, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. I got the six pack to show that my diet be on point. It's just that when I'm not fighting, I stop cooking. Like I go to sleep to cooking shows and stuff when it's fight time. It's December now, so I should have cooked my food tonight, but I'll start tomorrow. Yeah, I'll start all that shit tomorrow. You want to lose weight slow though to try to avoid hanging skin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, just ask me these questions again in a month. I'm one of those guys. I start like Like, cause I go to sleep to cooking shows and stuff like that. That's how crazy I get. Like, I start like I know all the terms and stuff, but then when I'm not fighting, I forget everything because I start getting fast food. So, I'm a weird guy. I only lock in when it's time to fight. I turn into a different breed. I start doing like 10,000 jumps a day. Like, I think for this fight that I want to go against, I think I want to do like 100,000 jumps. I want 100,000 jumps because when I do like, I think last fight I had, I think I did 40,000 jumps. But like, since if this guy is a black belt like they say he is, I would like to overwhelm him. So the fight that you guys saw me do, no, that wasn't 100,000 jumps. No, that wasn't 40,000. I did 30,000 jumps that week, and then I did 18,000 jumps. So I think I did like about 50,000 jumps. So last fight that you guys saw me, that was a 50,000 jump rope. 50,000 jumps from the jump rope. And I want, since they say he's going to be a black belt, I want to do 100K jumps. That means I'm going to come in, I'm going to overwhelm him. I'm going to be moving at such a pace, I just know he's not going to be ready for it. And, someone's probably like, why would you tell your game plan right here? That's basic conditioning. Like, not, he also has to eat properly too, because I'm going to eat a lot of spinach before like, did y'all know spinach should be banned? I'm Y'all need to start listening to these articles, videos that I be breaking down. I know there's been so many people unfollowing me because they like that's boring to them. But I've been learning so much reading these articles. Spinach is a what's the word? Hmm. Spinach is what is the word? It should be banned. That's the word. It should be banned. What it does, a steroid. Spinach is a fucking steroid. Did y'all know that? It's a natural steroid. Spinach and creatine. You said 10,000 jumps? Not like jump ropes, like boxer step, just jump ropes. I have a speed rope. Yeah, but spinach is a natural steroid and creatine. Creatine and spinach are natural steroids. When they said Islam Makhachev was taking creatine, everybody was laughing and shit. And I was like, oh, I know what the fuck's going on. That is a natural steroid. Hmm. So like so creatine, it goes into your bloodstream and it acts like a steroid, but it's not a steroid, right? Like it's literally a performance enhancing drug. It literally is, but you have to take it over time. So if you pay attention when Islam Makhachev, like I think he like was gone for like a year or something, and he was on. He said he was taking creatine. Yeah, was he cheating? No, he wasn't cheating. That's not cheating. It's just the effects of what he did. It acted like a steroid. I'm sure JDM probably felt strong as fuck when Islam grabbed JDM. I just know JDM was like, "What the fuck? This dude is strong." So spinach does the same exact thing, but it does it to your heart. So what I'm gonna do is I want to do 10,000 jumps, no 100,000 jumps before that fight. I want to cook my spinach. I also am going to be eating a lot of beef because beef to me is a superfood. I think that is steroids too. I think that's a natural steroids. I'm gonna hop on creatine, and I believe I'm gonna come in like yeah, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling y'all. And it doesn't matter if he like imagine if he was sitting in here listening. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you hear what I'm doing diet wise. It doesn't matter because the game plan, like you have to still deal with the game plan. He doesn't know that part. So I don't mind like openly telling everybody like, oh, how I'm gonna eat, what I'm gonna eat, what's gonna be the strength, the conditioning that I'm gonna do. Like that, like doesn't change anything, you know. Now if I start telling you guys, what submission I think I'm gonna catch him in, then that kind of changes the game. I have three plans for him too, but I'm gonna reveal the first plan to everyone. The first plan is I think in the first round I'm gonna guillotine him. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna guillotine him. I think he's gonna get guillotined. I think he's gonna give it to me at least one time. At least one time. And that's all I need. A type of guy like me, I just need one time. Yeah. Because I watched his last fight, and I'm not gonna explain. There's something he does in his last fight that I saw, and I said, "Oh, he became a very predictable fighter to me. Very predictable." I said, "Ah, it's so simple too." I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it until I beat him. But there's something he does, and I'm gonna exploit it, and then I'm gonna tell it to you guys. But when I do it, it's gonna force him to do something, and I'm gonna get a guillotine. That's how it's gonna happen. Am I gonna finish the guillotine? I don't know. I don't know. But if I don't finish the guillotine, then I'm gonna go to plan B and C, which is gonna take us to the third round. Because now I know that I get more. You see, this is why I was telling you guys. That's why I say I want to develop more. Because now I know statistically I get more dangerous as the fight goes. So I've learned that statistically I get more dangerous. I don't get worse, I get more dangerous. So now that I know this, I'm gonna take him to the third round because I get more dangerous as the fight goes. So, and that's the power of just spinach, nutrition, and weight loss and all that stuff. You gotta know your body, dog. You guys have to know your body. And that's like, if you want to be a fighter, it's so funny. I believe MMA is a preparation sport. I don't think it has nothing to do. I mean, it does have a lot to do with the wrestling, the boxing, but I really believe it's the preparation. And to me, preparation is a superpower. It's for me. If I had a superpower, it would be prep time, like Batman. That's why I love Batman. If that's why I love Batman and Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is a tactician. Spider-Man like jumps into a situation and figures it out real time and submits people by webbing them up. That's why I love Spider-Man. But if you gave Spider-Man time to chill, Peter Parker, he's one of the most smartest people in the Marvel universe. But I think Batman is just a Spider-Man in his 30s. That's what I think. I think Batman is literally Spider-Man, but an older version. So yeah. You said don't even reveal it after unless you want to help him. Pat. No, it's gonna be obvious. Like everyone's gonna see it. It's gonna be very obvious. What I'm gonna do, it's gonna be so funny. They're gonna be like, oh, damn, that's what Smitty was talking about. It's gonna be so simple. You say, yo, the music for your shorts be on point. Huge fan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some people hate my music on the shorts. They're like, oh my God. And I'm like if some of you guys typed the music you would like the genre, I would put the music up. But no one types the genre, and my followers keep going up from the shorts, so obviously I'm doing something right. But yeah, I just think I think MMA is a preparation sport. Everyone is getting all hyped up of like, oh, it's the special wrestling, or no, they get hyped up of the kickboxers are in, the wrestlers are in, is the jiu-jitsu guys gonna make a comeback? It's preparation. That's all it is. It's the preparation. And that's why the Dagestani dudes be beating everybody. It's not their discipline, it's their preparation. But all these little martial art YouTubers and MMA media guys, they don't pick up on that part. I do. If you you should just go listen to when Islam spoke about, who is he speaking about? I think him and Khabib. They were like, what did they say? They were like, oh, we studied this real well. It was something they said. And I was like, yeah, I know you guys be studying. That's why I think on the low, this is a controversial take right here. On the low, I do think Islam Makhachev is ducking Ilya Taporia. When he moved up, I believe he was ducking him. I believe that because Ilya's style, that boxing style, Islam does not have that. And Ilya has that Greco-Roman, like that wrestling. So he would have been able to cancel out just a little bit Mahachev's takedowns, which would have kept the fight standing, you know? So I believe that Makhachev needed to develop more. That's why he had the perfect excuse. He was moving up. He had the perfect excuse. The perfect excuse. So now now he's telling Ilya like you have to come up in weight to fight me. So now his chin, he has weight on him. His chin's a little bit stronger. So it's gonna be harder to knock his ass out. Smartest fucking beautiful game plan. I would have did the same shit. Ilya's boxing. I don't know what that man did, but I think like the way he got the way Ilya Taporia mastered boxing in such a short time. Yeah, I heard about Ilya Taporia's divorce. Yeah, I heard about that. Um, or no, I heard him and his girl was separating. I heard about that. I don't know what it was about. That might affect him though. I think it will. His girl was fine, little Hispanic chick. Did you see when the streamer was like, "Oh, something something Miami"? That shit had me dead. I was like, and Ilya was like, "What do you mean?" Like he picked up on the joke, but he didn't get it. He picked up on like they weren't laughing with him, they were laughing at him. He picked up on that, but he didn't understand. Are you serious? She's with a UK rapper now? Bruh. This makes me go right back to social combat. This makes me go right back to social combat, bruh. This is why this is called social combat. Because men do not understand women. They don't. Ilya looks like he don't understand women. I'm serious. If you look at the way that man talks, he doesn't look like he understands women. How you lose your baddie to a UK rapper? When you get famous before you learn about relationships. What do you mean by that? Yeah. You said that's why I mentioned it for yes. Like because men don't understand the polarity of how women communicate. It took me forever to figure that shit out. I ain't gonna lie with you guys, but um, I came up with two concepts of well, there's three communication styles. There's three of them. You said that's what happens when you get famous. When you get famous before you learn about, I see what you're saying. You're saying if you get famous before you learn about relationships, you'll lose your girl. Yeah, so true, so true, so true. But there's three ways that you can communicate, right? There's three communication styles. I call it reporting, which is something men do. Men love to report. That's what I call it. And then you have performance, like performative, which is both of the sexes, like interchange between each other. And then you have expression, which is the way women communicate, okay? So what the hell is reporting? Reporting is when you talk about anything that's in motion. Motion such as I'm about to go actually like imagine I'm texting a girl. She's like, "What are you doing?" Right? That question is a reporting question, right? I am drinking water, right? I am tasting water. Water is good. That communication style is what men like to hear. That's the logistics, the water, how much water I have, right? Men love to talk like that. But if you're talking to a woman, right? If you notice, she said, "What are you doing?" Men don't understand that when women talk to you in a reporting style, they're talking to you because they want attention, and you're giving them attention without them giving you um, social capital. What I mean by that is, as a man, you want to do a concept I call emotional penetration. I'm gonna say that again. You want emotional penetration. That's what I call it. Okay? What the hell is emotional penetration? So let's go back to this water concept, right? If a girl asks me, "What are you doing?" and I start talking about how I'm drinking this water, she doesn't give a fuck that I'm drinking water. She just hit me up because she's bored. When women talk to you in a reporting manner, they just want attention. That's it. They just want attention. So if a girl talks to you, so if you hit her up and you say, "What are you doing?" she gets bored after a while. So how are you supposed to talk to her, right? Well, if she told you she was drinking water, you need to ask her, how does it make you feel? Do y'all see the difference? I'm going to say that again. You ask her, well, how did it feel drinking the water? Just that simple, the feeling, the word feel. How did it make you feel? Nothing really. Nothing, right? Nothing. Was you thirsty? Oh yeah, I was pretty thirsty and da 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 da. Like I think they said it in this is the best way to explain it. It goes back to erotic writing, of how erotic writers, a man writes a sex scene versus a woman writes a sex scene. So when the man writes the sex scene, right, he's focused on the bottle, right? The bottle, the woman, how she looks, how he objectifies her, how he feels, right? But when the woman writes an erotic scene, you see how the water is like swishing and waving, how there's there's like ripples of water all around and stuff like that, and how like it just makes her feel the scene. Women write about the scene instead of the object itself. It's the feeling. You have to ask women about their feelings. You have that's what men don't understand. When you don't ask her how was her day, you ask her how she felt about her day. Men don't understand that. Like, well, I asked her about her day and what she did. Did you ask her how she felt about what she did? I'm telling you guys, if you can get a woman to talk more in the conversation about how she feels more than you explaining about or reporting about what you're doing, she will like you. You emotionally penetrate her and you will become an emotional anchor. That's how it first starts. Okay? You have to become her emotional anchor. You're someone who she expresses her emotions to. Okay? And then, so like, I'm gonna stop right there because I could go all day with this, but yeah, I hope someone got that. I hope somebody got that. After I talk to my ladies before I leave, I say, "Are you not entertained?" Man, yeah, I'm telling you, man, you have to ask them. It's all about feeling. You have to talk to women about their feelings. I was just talking to my homie about that. I said, you have to get her in love with telling you about how she feels about shit. That's how you do it. That's how you talk to women. It's so simple. That's how, and women know how to talk to men. They just ask what he's doing, the motion of what he's doing, not the feeling of what he's doing. It sounds so stupid, but when you really start thinking about it, you're gonna be like, this motherfucker Smitty's on point. So anytime you talk to a girl, right, and if she's refusing to give expressions about her feelings, stop talking to her. That creates polarity. That creates attraction. Why? Because if a girl says, "What are you doing?" Right? No, 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 no. What am I saying? So if a girl hits you up, right? She says hi, right? And most men will see this girl hit her up. They're like, "Oh shit, she hit me up," right? They're like, "Hey, what's up?" Right? No, don't respond to that. I mean, you could kind of respond. You could be like, "Fine," right? Give her a masculine state of feeling. I'm fine, right? Which it makes her say, "How are you?" Which is what I call an emotional bid. And you say, "Solid. How are you feeling today?" Do y'all see that? Instead of, "Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing this and I'm doing that." She don't give a damn about what you have to do, bro. She don't care. She don't care, dog. She want, like, most women are narcissists. That sounds very fucked up, but it's true. They want to talk about themselves and how they feel. Give it to them. And then it turns from you being an emotional anchor to you being a man they respect and fear. There's three ways of desires that you have to go with women. You need to first become their emotional anchor, right? And then they want to get to know about you after a certain time, which makes them respect or fear you. You want both, really, okay? How do you make them fear you? By making them respect you. How do you do that? Boundaries. Boundaries. And then don't try to have sex with them. Because if you don't, if you're their emotional anchor and you make them respect you and you're chilling with them, you become a man they want to fuck. I could talk about this all day. I'm going to keep talking about this. Social combat is so interesting. There is a whole layer of stuff behind the scenes. There's a whole skill set that you could do. There's a whole skill set of how you talk to women. Like, I was reading a book about charisma, and they said that charisma is a mixture of power, presence, and warmth. That's what charisma is. So if you want to become a man that a woman respects and fears, you demand respect by using charisma. I'm gonna say that again. You demand respect by using charisma. I know that sounds so weird, but you're using tools of charisma, power, presence, and warmth to make her respect you. We gonna keep talking about this, man. One day, if I stick with this and keep talking about it every day, you guys are gonna start to see what I'm talking about. Because right now it sounds weird, right? It sounds really weird. I'm talking like it sounds mystical, but this is something I've studied for years. Like, if you guys see me hop on, like, on camera, if you see me hop on just anything, like, you guys, it's something that I studied. It's like communication is an art. It's an art, and every man, every woman can study it. So yeah, it's real interesting. It's real interesting. I think maybe I see. I actually I'm way over time. I see I got 6%. But there's one thing like for example, let me give it this. I've been studying, like, lately. The most recent thing that I've been studying is attachment styles, right? Well, you don't necessarily have to care about her feelings. You just have to care enough to get her to express her feelings, you know? But what I've been studying is the energy of feminine psychology lately. And I've learned my theory, and I have yet to be, because every time I come up with a theory, I try to debunk myself. So women crave three things. And when you understand the three things that all women crave, right? It depends on their situation, which one is the main one. But when you understand it, you can start figuring out which type of woman you're dealing with. So number one, on a default setting, women crave variety and excitement. Okay, these are the party girls that you see all the time, right? And then the second thing is stability and protection. So variety and excitement as one, stability and protection as two, and number three, which is usually the least one, especially today, is leadership and guidance. Okay, now there's two types of women in the leadership and guidance category. You have women who are naturally submissive, and you have convenience based women, meaning these are the type of women who will let you lead if it's convenient, if you have money. They don't want to work hard for the relationship. So that's an FYI. But so what does this mean? How do you deal with each one of these women, right? So like for the variety and excitement, the party girls, if you pay attention, you notice party girls end up with like a silent type of guy. Well, you need polarity, stillness. Okay, that's how you deal with the party type girls. If you're just comfortable in what you are and you're solid, they attract to you. They orbit around you. And then you have stability and protection. These are the chill girls who go from point A to point B. There's a girl I'm talking to. Wait till I get her on the stream one of these days. It's gonna be for a while, but like fine as hell. I don't want to put her on yet. But like, she's one of those girls. Point A, point B. Go to work, come home. Those types of girls requires consistency. And then you have the girls who the ones who are naturally submissive or the ones who don't want to work hard for the relationship. These types of girls are the ones who crave power. They like power. That's what they go to. So if you pay attention to like the most powerful men, right? They always get like a trophy wife. So these girls are number three, the ones who crave leadership and guidance. These are typically like the trophy wife type girls, or the ones who want to be a trophy wife. So if you look on social media right now, modern society has built a bunch of convenient, dependent type of women. They're like, oh, if he ain't making six figures, if he ain't doing this, and they're like, what do you bring to the table? I am the table. You see what I'm saying? Is the modern society has created these types of women. And they're not the good dependent. The good dependent type women are naturally submissive and they crave leadership. But that's the type one that you want. But then the type B is the women which is what we see online all day. And that's just the women's side of the section. I can break down what the fuck's wrong with the men too, but I'm 5%. And I'm talking too much because I know you guys don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But when I start structuring my lives again, I'm going to start going, I'm going to take you guys to the sovereignty of what a man should be doing, to the system, and then I'm going to go to the nonverbal communication of the feminine energy, to the conscious communication of the feminine energy. And then once I say that, all this shit that I'm talking about is going to make sense. You said there are girls that oscillate between those phases throughout their lives. Exactly. That's why I said it depends on their circumstances. Because you could have a variety and excitement type of girl, right? And suddenly she becomes stable. Well, it's like a triangle. That's the best way I could tell it. It's like a triangle. So you can have like a variety and excitement type of girl right here, and at any point she could transition to one or the other. But her life choices makes her married to what you meet her at. That's why if you meet a girl that's variety and excitement, the reason why they say don't save her is because no matter what you do, her wiring is going to take her back there at some point. She don't want to be saved because her wiring of what she craves, her desire, is variety and excitement. Chaos. That's what that means. Chaos. So, unless you could be like, we gonna get into that. There's so much to talk about with that. But you say any advice for finding a wife at 18? Get your money up, dog. I'm telling you, it's not like, oh, uh, are you saying money is everything? Nah, I'm telling you, money. You you need to become married to money right now. You need to learn yourself first as a man, right? You need to learn yourself. This is the vertical polarity I was talking about. Sovereignty and system. You need to learn yourself and develop a ironclad mindset. And then you need to develop a system of getting money, your purpose. You need to learn what your purpose is. And I can tell you, I know they say money is the root of all evil. Money don't buy happiness, but money gets you access. And that's what it gets you access to get whatever you're trying to get. So you need a system, learn a system, join a system that's going to get you a lot of money and focus on these two. This is a lifetime thing. Learning yourself, mastering yourself, and mastering a system that's going to get you some money. I promise you, if you, in the process of doing that, you're 18, you need to start dreaming. What is dream big? Dream big. I want you guys to know, I told my homegirl, she calls me every day. Before my phone dies, I want you guys to remember this. Start thinking like this, especially you, Merc. You're 18 years old. Extraordinary is the baseline. Extraordinary is the baseline. Okay? I know you say you dislocated your shoulders. You want to still fight. Extraordinary is your baseline. Stop letting people tell you, oh, that's kind of crazy. Extraordinary is the baseline. You need to think big. Think big. If you shoot for Saturn, right, you might hit the moon. That's still pretty big. You get what I'm saying? So, learn yourself. Start developing frameworks of mental habits, mental aphorisms for when things get tough. Talk to yourself, and develop and get into a system or learn a system that's going to get you a lot of money to get you access to what you really want to do in life. Then we can go into you can just that right there. Now you become a man that women can respect and fear. Then we're going to have to work on your communication styles and stuff like that. But focus on your purpose, because trust me, women love for some reason, women love when men are focused on something. That's why, like, they love that shit. So that's the beginning of attraction. So don't focus on trying to get a wife right now, I would say. Focus on finding your purpose. And that's what I would say first. People never explain what purpose is. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about all that. Who's your top UFC fighter? Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira, he changed the way I seen everything. That's why I would keep him as my number one. And number two is Islam Makhachev. I watched Islam become a champ. No, I watched him from the start before he was even big, and I've been rooting for him ever since. And I like Ilia Topuria. I just like his style. I don't really like I love his confidence, but I feel like he's lacking in certain things. All right, everybody. I'm at 3%. I would love to keep talking to you guys, but this phone is connected to this microphone, and we're going to die, and I would like to properly tell you guys goodbye. I would like to... Toptorial. I would like to properly tell you guys goodbye. I'm going to be on tomorrow. I'm going to keep my promise. This is my little December challenge. I want to keep live streaming every day, and I want to keep posting long form videos every day. And we're going to build like a nice little community. This is Social Combat, and we're going to go even deeper. I think tomorrow, I'm not going to structure tomorrow's live either, but eventually these lives are going to be structured where you guys will be able to like walk into the live, and you say, hey, Smitty, which section are we on? I'll say we're talking about this, and you'll just know instantly where we're at. So, but for now, this is just me just yapping. This is just yap. We're freestyling, but eventually we'll structure it. So anyways, I'll be on tomorrow. Don't ask me the time, because it's good enough I kept my promise to get on today, okay? I kept my promise to get on today. So don't ask me the time. It might be at night. I don't know. But I'm just going to hop on tomorrow, and I'll try to be on as long as possible. But love you guys. Make sure you tap the little like button. If you think of something interesting that you want to talk about, right, go to once this live is over and when it's fully posted, type something. Say, hey, Smitty, let's talk about this. I think Ghost reminded me of what Weenie said, but I didn't bring my notes for that. So yeah. Anyways, look at me. I'm about to yap until this phone dies. You guys take care. We are donezo.